the kind of person that's very private and I don't want to be papped. It has to be like, it goes without saying, it has to be my first film, Dabangg. I was studying and I was, preparing to go to college and live a completely different life, and then I didn't have to worry about ever like my safety or my security, which was something that is a very common thing that people worry about, especially like I've seen a lot of parents worry about that for especially their kids, when they're getting into the industry.
This experience of movie and filmmaking process is very different to what small screen is, but the feeling is very different. I can't take that away from the fact that I'm from TV, but there was situations where it acted against me.
Privilege only helps to a certain extent.
It is what it is, to be honest. It is what it is. Everyone has a different story. And you have to work hard, there's no shortcut.
Hello and welcome to Bollywood Bubble. I am Aakruti Bagla and today I can say I am with two very damdar kalakars, Saiee and Shantanu, as Auron mein Kahan Dam Tha is coming.
Yeah!
Excited? I should ask how's the dam or how's the josh like, as release is nearing, trailer ko itna positive response mila hai.
Yes, so happy that people are loving the trailer.
Yeah.
They're feeling the excitement. I mean, बहुत चीजें दिखाई है पर आगे हमको पता नहीं क्या होने वाला है. So that curiosity is there. So yeah, I mean the response has been great, even for the songs. So बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है.
Yes. Saiee, what's your reaction?
I'm very excited because honestly the response has been really lovely. Like people are meeting, like I was at a restaurant having dinner and people are coming up to me and talking about the trailer.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's really special and very endearing when that happens, and I'm very glad and I can't wait for people to watch the film.
You know what? When I watched the trailer, something I liked it tugged at your heartstrings. I mean, you really get lost in that world when that music is playing, when everything is happening around, and when Ajay sir finally comes in his avatar. I want to ask, how we see in the trailer, from what I have interpreted, baki to we know movie mein dikhega, his life changes at that one very moment after an incident. If I ask you both, what has been that life-changing moment for you guys?
There have been few.
Yeah.
Without dwelling much into it, like representing India on international level, that was one life-changing experience. Then industry, as in getting into my first role in Dil Dosti Dance, then this happened, and then I would say Gangubai also, and then this, working with Sir.
So what has been that moment for you?
I think a couple. Like I've always been of the belief that the person that you are today is a sum of all the choices that you've made and the experiences that you've had. So I think it has to be like, it goes without saying, it has to be my first film, Dabangg, because I was studying and I was, preparing to go to college and live a completely different life, and then Dabangg happened to me, and I think it brought me closer to my destiny, and I'll always be thankful for that.
But do you feel that when you enter too early in the industry, it has its own pros and cons? You were also naive at that time, I feel.
I still am, I think, yeah. Very gullible like that.
Yeah, she is.
No, but coming in early, I mean, everything has pros and cons. Any choice, any decision you make will always have something good going for it and something bad. So for me, I think it really helped because I got that time to kind of explore, experience without having the pressure of that age is catching up to me.
Yeah.
Like that was where my head was at, because I was like, I don't have to worry for like when I started off, I was like, I don't have to really stress for the next 3 to 4 years because I was 18 and I was like, by the time I'm 21, as long as till then I have a certain like direction that I want to go in, I can take these 3 years to kind of, find my footing, see what I want to do. I feel like cons probably came, I am lucky enough to be, my dad's daughter, so I didn't have to worry about ever like my safety or my security, which was something that is a very common thing that people worry about, especially like I've seen a lot of parents worry about that for especially their kids, when they're getting into the industry. So again, I think I just consider myself to be blessed, and I can't imagine what it would be like, to be so young and so new without kind of having that safety net. That must be terrifying.
One more question, if I ask from the trailer itself, there is also a scene towards the end where Ajay sir is like, कि हम कभी खुद के ही दुश्मन बन गए, right? When has been that moment in your life and phases? I mean, I completely agree to you both on this part कि हमारी generation या in our stage when we really get early into what we have to do, एक impatience होता है. and you tend to become a bit harsh, a bit critical on yourself, right? So has that been the scene with you both also, where you are like कि ठीक है थोड़ा harsh हो रहे हो, थोड़ा critical हो रहे हो, and that had turned against you?
Against?
Yeah, because like that sort of turns against also, na, sometimes becoming overtly critical.
No, I think constructive criticism even towards yourself is really important. क्योंकि अगर मैं रोज बोलूँ कि अरे I'm the best and मेरे से better कोई नहीं है, then I'm not going to get better.
True.
I feel like I need to keep challenging, for me at least, personally, I need to keep challenging myself every day to get better. Otherwise, I'll remain stagnant. I won't move.
Yeah.
So I feel like that energy is really important to kind of get me moving.
Yeah.
So I think I like it. I don't think it's bad.
For me also, it does not work not in my favor. I mean, sometimes you realize later when you retrospect, like, should have done that much or not, but the intensity maybe, but it has kind of worked in my favor. I mean, I feel, because I also believe in that moment, I felt to like give more than 100% or over criticize myself, then that's how I'm functioning in my head. So maybe it worked for me.
And if it comes out well, then it's worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it. Yeah, I mean,
worth it.
it's worth the efforts.
And you know, I feel for you it has been, because you started off as a dancer, you went on to even do reality shows, TV shows, a movie, and now finally, I think after 2 years, a theatrical release of your comes. How do you retrospect this whole thing, you know, when you sit down today here?
I don't do that much. But it's a dream come true, to be honest. Like, I mean, getting into films with the Sanjay sir projects, then second film be your Neeraj Pandey sir. I mean, I never thought. And I will be very honest, I never thought I will get into films after a point, you know. I mean, you do certain things, you keep doing on, and then you're like, I don't know if it's going to happen or not. You start self-doubting yourself. But when it happened, I'm like, that recognition happened, and obviously then a few more doors open, then you got another film. So I'm very happy. I mean, this experience of movie and filmmaking process is very different to what small screen is. I mean, I've said like the preparation part remains the same, but the feeling is very different. You know, it feels different when you watch a film on that bigger screen. It hits you different. It stays with you, and that is something I used to think that same ही होता होगा, but नहीं, it hits different.
And you know, on that note, even today, I still remember you as that D3 guy.
Yeah.
But when you come from a television background, Shantanu, no doubt you have got a really good break with the SLB movie, right? Were there times where you were even looked down for your background? Ki, okay, maybe you are a TV actor. Ek overexposure bhi tha D3, and when you even went on to do reality shows, did that ever acted against you in this way? Ki, you were tagged as a TV actor.
I can't take that away from me. I mean, this is not something I can do. I mean, the first break that I got was TV. I was approached, and I'm very happy and proud of that. I mean, I can't take that away from me, the fact that I'm from TV, but there was situations where it acted against me, but then again, it's my learning. I mean, it's their drawback that they think like this, because there are a lot of personalities who have made big on the movie side, you know, be it Karan Singh Grover, be it your Ronit Roy sir, you know, Shahrukh sir. But Shahrukh sir ka time बहुत अलग था as compared to, I mean, that was very different. There back then, TV was also looked in a very different manner.
That's also true.
So, but these are the ones who have like really paved way for us to shine, you know, for people to get eyeballs and see, अच्छा यहाँ पर भी शायद talent है. You know, so that way.
Saiee, for you, after doing Dabangg, you even went to work down south, right? Was this a conscious decision? Because Bollywood makes saying, you know, you're out of sight, you're out of mind. But was it so that you deliberately wanted to go to south?
I mean, I don't think anything I've done in my life has been a conscious decision somehow. I went the way life was taking me. But post Dabangg, it was lockdown, and Major was offered to me. And that was a script that I could not say no to ever. It was a hard-hitting script. It was beautiful. The character was amazing. So at that point, I did not think of language as a barrier. I thought of it as, you know, it's a whole new audience that I get to explore and experience. And in fact, I have to say that even when I was promoting Major, it was a completely different experience to go to the theatres and see how passionate that audience is for their films. So again, I just kept going the way life took me. And now I'm here.
But you know, one thing you notice, एक difference उस time, you know, when you did major, there was this major debate about the South versus the Bollywood culture going on. How do you see at it when you have, you know, worked in both the spaces now?
Like culture, like movie culture, or
No. The you know, overall working culture and yeah, the movie culture as well.
I mean, it's pretty much the same. There's a set, there's cameras, there's DOPs, there's people who are doing the lights, people who are, you know, the directors, the actors. So not much that's different, probably just the language.
Yeah.
And again, culture-wise, मतलब भी क्या ही है, मतलब खाना अलग होगा वहाँ पे, which is, and I enjoy eating, so I enjoyed eating there also. I enjoy eating up north also. So I don't think there's any cultural reset
Work
or
culture,
difference
yeah.
in the working of a making of a film. But I think that said, for me personally, in my experience, in the South, I've mostly really worked with older people. So for me personally, I think that respect comes in more. Where today, if I'm chilling with Shantanu, I can be more like candid with him because
Yeah, you
Yeah,
are.
you can.
yaar, you're full. But I am. Yeah, actually I am. I'm fully like, I'm pagal. And I feel like that's the only difference that I see personally for myself.
Yeah. And you know, you rightly said one thing in the start only, ki just because you came from a certain family, you were always given certain learnings about this film industry and all.
Correct.
But so you know, a lot of time nepotism का debate ना एक negative way में भी लिया जाता है. People only see the privileges, but they don't see the scrutiny and pressure you guys have.
No, but that has got nothing to do with the privilege, you know.
Yeah.
Like the scrutiny and pressure, फिर तुम कहाँ से भी आओ, scrutiny तो, if there's one person saying good, there'll be one person saying bad also. It's never that scrutiny सबको सहनी पड़ती है. It's not like कि अगर if it's nepo product or whatever they call it, then only you're scrutinized. But it's important, again, it's important to acknowledge that privilege. I just feel that I will never be the kind of person to say कि नहीं यार मैंने बहुत hard work किया, मैंने किया, लेकिन probably it was easier for me to get that first break that so many people, you know, really work hard for years. That I might have gotten easier, but then after that is a process, each to their own. After you get your first break is when the actual journey starts, I think.
Yeah.
And it's been a different one for me, it's different for him, it's different for a lot of people. So I just think privilege only helps to a certain extent. Then it's your job to work hard and to prove yourself worthy of the opportunity. If you're not, then automatically it's not going to work out. So
Shantanu, what's your take on that?
On this?
Yeah.
What about my take?
No, but I mean, you have been someone who have really come a long way if you reflect. But being an outsider, do you think that really getting that first break from TV to films, now going to Cannes Film Festival, is it that tough? Like, how has it been for you?
Tough, yes, definitely. I mean, I had to work hard for it, and I still do for every project that I'm doing. I'm equally passionate about it. It is what it is. To be honest, it is what it is. Everyone has a different story, and you have to work hard. There's no shortcuts. Simple as that. I mean, everyone will have their own struggle. You will have your own struggle. You will have your own insecurities. I will have my own insecurities. So, I mean, it's okay. You have to accept it. You can't make it an excuse in terms of your failures or unless until something has really happened. You know, there are a lot of people who कुछ कोई हुआ होगा incidents या ऐसे they must have come across something जहाँ पे ऐसा उनको लगा होगा that majorly something happened. So it's okay to speak about it. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's someone's experience. They want to share it. I mean, if you want to listen. If you don't want to react, don't react. I feel, but I don't have any disrespect for them who are saying these things. It's okay. It's their experience which they're talking about, and it's fair enough, And as far as, I mean, I love Saiee's stance on this. I mean, to be very honest, and I get her. You know, I mean, as far as you are willing to work hard, as far as you don't have that, thought of, छोड़ना मेरे पास तो है, you know, so I can do this. No, you have to prove yourself, which says a lot about someone's upbringing also, I feel. So I mean, each to its own, and it is going to be what it's going to be. You have to deal with it.
So coming to you, even before you ventured in the industry, you had said something very nice during your debut film only, that before that you were not that exposed to paparazzi culture because you wanted to do something and then prove yourself or show yourself. But today, if I ask your thoughts on the paparazzi culture, the entourage conversation, because you are a daughter of a director as well, entourage, and even a lot of actresses nowadays are complaining about the paparazzi culture in a certain way. How do you look at it?
I mean, I think everything in life that will give you something good will also at the same time give you something bad. So you have to see where you strike that balance. Like today eating maybe a jalebi in the middle of the night will give me a lot of happiness, but tomorrow I know I'm going to have to go to the gym for 2 hours and burn it out. So it's pretty much the same thing. It's like you have to just strike a balance and see what's right for you and what works for you. Like today, if I'm the kind of person that's very private and I don't want to be papped, I can just as easily not be papped. But today, if there is a certain day when I'm just like, you know what, I'm looking good, maybe I want to be papped, I will. It's the idea of striking a balance and kind of seeing what works for you.
Thank you so much, guys. This was fun.
Thank
and waiting
you.
for Auron mein kahan dam tha. Looking forward for the film, guys. Thank you so
Cool.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
for the
so
interview.
much. Hi guys, I'm Saiee Manjrekar.
Hi, this is Shantanu Maheshwari. Second Dina.
And
You guys are watching us on Bollywood Bubble.